Hello, everybody, and welcome to Connor Sports Up. So today I'm recapping the New Orleans Saints game at Green Bay, in which the Saints won 26 to 17. And luckily for the Saints, Aaron Rodgers did not play that game, and unfortunately for Green Bay, it looks like he's gonna be out for the rest of the year. So I'm gonna start off with starting with my opinion on certain players for the Saints. So Ken Crowley, so he can actually be a fairly good cornerback, but sometimes he's just plain stupid. In the sense, he takes unnecessary penalties, and I believe that he's used to the college game because he's an undrafted player. I believe it's his second or third year. And the reason why I think he's used to the college game is because he gets called for PI a lot and holding. And majority of the times, what's called in the NFL wouldn't be called in the college football game. So he just takes a lot of unnecessary penalties. He's not a dirty player at all. But it's just annoying to see him take that many penalties because he could be a very talented cornerback. Like he had a PI against Jordy Nelson in this game, which was kind of annoying to me. And the other thing that annoys me is the Saints game is the play calling in the recent years. We throw to the flat way too often, way too often. Like same thing goes for screens. I mean, yeah, screens work for us for whatever reason. We're very good at it, but we do it way too often. But by the time of the second period, Green Bay knew what we were doing. There was like three pass breakups and like a couple tackles for loss for screens or passes in the flats. So we throw it way too often in the flats. And what annoyed me this game is that we didn't really, at least in the first half, we didn't throw intermediate passes. We always threw in the flats or deep downfield. I have no problem with throwing deep downfield, but we need to throw in the middle, somewhere in between. We can't throw just short and long passes. But those are basically only my two negatives for the game. So Drew Brees, 27 for 38, 331 passing yards, one throwing touchdown, that is, one running touchdown, and two interceptions. And after the second interception, he played lights out, so good for him. Mark Ingram. So he had back-to-back 100-yard rushing games. This game he had 22 rushes for 105 yards and a touchdown. Alvin Kamara also had a good game. 9 carries for 57 yards, 5 receptions for 50 yards. So 100 total yards. Drew Brees, again, the rushing touchdown. Ted Ginn, backing of the Detroit game, he had 7 receptions for 144 yards. Good. Michael Thomas, rebound game compared to the Detroit game. I believe he had 3 receptions last game and maybe like 15 yards. Today he had 7 receptions for 82 yards. Brandon Coleman should be the number 4 wideout. He had 2 receptions for 31 yards and a touchdown. Good. Kobe Fleener, 2 receptions for 22 yards. He's overpaid, to be honest with you, but what are you going to do? That's kind of a mainstay for the Saints, overpaying for free agents that don't really work out too often. So the defense, they played fairly well. I mean, to be fair, they played basically against a rookie quarterback, but still. We only had one sack, though, but that was for a sack fumble. But unfortunately, the fumble wasn't recovered by us. The sack was by Alex Okafor, and I'm really big on this guy. I said that before coming into the season, because in 2014 he had 8 sacks, and the 2 years after, he was spared by death, something he does not have to worry about with the Saints. I mean, we have decent depth in the pass rushing competition. Like, we have Koki Haha and him playing left end. Or right end. Cameron Jordan can play both. It's not really listed. And then Kenneth Vaccaro, he's playing at a Pro Bowl level. He had his third interception this year in this game. But it was just a really bad throw by Hundley. So, I mean, it was just a long pass. Didn't really put too much strength on it, and it was just got a curve projection. And it took a while to get to the receiver, or in this case, Kenny Vaccaro. So he had a while to make a play on the ball. But with that said, Hanoi did not play that bad at all. He was a lot more mobile than I thought he was. He had 3 carries for 44 yards and a touchdown, and he was 12 for 25 passing, and 85 passing yards and 1 touchdown. But overall, I would have to say if Green Bay had Aaron Rodgers, they most likely would have won this game. Mostly because Drew Brees wasn't playing like Drew Brees the first half, or at least the first quarter. Which is why I think this score should have been a little higher, honestly. I'm kind of disappointed that it wasn't higher. But at least the Saints were 4-2. That's all I can really ask. After 3 seasons, or even 4 out of 5 seasons of going 7-9. But thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to share the video. Thank you.